After nearly a month at sea, the Clip Around the World yacht race has reached Vietnam, more than halfway through the 40,000 nautical mile global series. The Da Nang New Discovery of Asia race has been a tough 4-week endurance test from Australia, heading north and then west through blistering tropical heat, high winds and squalls to Vietnam's third largest city. Line honours were taken by Northern Irish entry Derry Londonderry Dera for the team's first win of the global series after holding on to a tightly contested lead. But as the first yacht to arrive, there was some anxiety as they manoeuvred under the Tan Phuoc Bridge with little room for error to clear the 95-foot mast as they eased their way into the River Han to berth at the port. The skipper and crew were clearly delighted with their win.
Absolutely fantastic, just arriving in Da Nang, Vietnam. We've just come up the river under the bridge, which was extremely tight, and there's been massive crowds waving us in and lots of cameras and people here cheering us on, so that was great to see. Fantastic. We've been pushing hard for a long time and struggling to get the boat going, so really great to finally get the result we were looking for and get a win. It was a long, hard race. We had all kinds of conditions. Lots of wind, very little wind, upwind sailing, downwind sailing. So I think the crew were pretty tired, so they're looking forward to enjoying the city and the comforts of being on land again.
The team received VIP treatment in a lavish ceremony hosted by senior officials from the city of Da Nang, making its debut as the Southeast Asia host port for the first time in the 20-year history of the Clipper race. In second place, Garmin took the glory after duelling with Great Britain and trading places for most of the race to finally take the lead in the closing stages.
It was an unexpectedly long race, very, very tough on the crew in terms of endurance, but also I think mainly mentally tough for them because we just simply weren't expecting quite the prolonged sailing that we had and the type of sailing that we had. We had some pretty tough conditions, but we usually do quite well when it gets quite rough. But in the end, I think, as I said, we endured and we churned out a really good result in the end.
A frustrating race for Great Britain, despite finishing in third.
It's a good endurance race for sure, and that's what it's all about. It's being able to stick it out for a long time at sea, and that was definitely what it was. I've just looked at our log as such, and we've done over 6,700 miles since we left Airlie Beach in Australia, which, just to put that in perspective, is further than the UK to the Falkland Islands. So we've literally just sailed beyond the Falkland Islands in the last just under 4 weeks. Great racing, and the race ended up being in about sort of 3 different stages, as it tends to be in these sort of long races. It's one of those things. You have to be consistent, really, and you have to be at the top. And the boats that are first, second, third, fourth have all been at the top quite often, and competition's getting tougher.
But the biggest welcome was reserved for home team Da Nang Vietnam, which has put in a spirited performance to place it in the top half of the overall leaderboard. The team is led by the only remaining female skipper in this edition of the Clipper race. Despite her Australian heritage, she's become a passionate ambassador for Da Nang.
This is extraordinary. We knew it'd be good, but this has just blown us all away. Coming down the river, when we first saw sight of the site here, it was just like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. It was amazing. Yeah, we had a few new crew. We thought the race would be a bit easier than it was. It was pretty hard going at times. It was a bit of an eye-opener for everyone. But the crew gelled really well with the new guys that got on board. The whole way up was like, we're going to Da Nang, we're going to Da Nang. This is what we've been waiting for, so really, really excited.
And for one Da Nang resident who has left his tugboat temporarily to become the city's first participant in the Clipper race, it's been an extraordinary experience.
Very proud, very happy to come in Da Nang again. And then when we joined the race, we introduced about Da Nang City, promoting Da Nang City for everybody, and then everyone very, very excited to come to Da Nang City to enjoy Da Nang. The best weather and the boat always rolling and flat make me some just fish a little bit. And then, no, so it's okay. And so sometimes we eat not too much, just a little bit, and then I lose my energy, and then I feel sick. Just okay. Everyone has me. I thank you.
The city is proud of the whole team and the international profile it's creating for Da Nang and Vietnam.
I believe the clip ride will bring the brand name Da Nang around the world, and it benefits us a lot. Yeah.
So today will be a very special day.
Yes, of course, very, very special. As you can see, everybody here waiting here for a long time for welcoming the Clipper race.
Da Nang looks set to be a spectacular stopover, and the Clipper race crew are looking forward to a well-earned break before the next race to China.